Hey guys, welcome back, and hello if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and first impression on a brand new foundation. This is on the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. I'm super pumped to try this out. I just picked it up at Ulta. Absolutely adore seeing an influencer collab with the brand. It's also in collaboration with Alyssa Ashley here on YouTube. Of course, I had to try it out anytime a new foundation is out there. I do like to get my hands on it just because foundation, I feel like, and like complexion is just my thing. I love to try new ones out. So yeah, had to go ahead and pick this baby up. I'll have everything listed down below. Please don't mind this hair right now. I literally don't know what's going on with it. It looks crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you some deets and a little bit of a rundown on this foundation itself, and then we'll get into the actual product. A little description on the new foundation. It is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, which we love a full coverage foundation. So it says it's lightweight, waterproof, pigmented. It comes in 45 shades, which I think is incredible. It says it is non-transfer. It is creamy, it glides on the skin, very smooth, matte coverage, and the color stays true for 24 hours, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, I don't wear my foundations for 24 hours, but if it has that claim, that is awesome. Foundation is also non-comedogenic. It is suitable for normal, oily, combination, and sensitive skin types. So I've never tried a foundation that was suitable for all skin types. It's usually just like it's either a matte foundation or it's not, and it's like good for oily skin or it's not, you know? I've never really tried one, I don't think, that was able to reach everyone's skin type. So I think that's awesome. And like I said, 45 shades. So we are gonna go through these. I'm going to pop in on the screen a picture of all the shades, or at least link it down below for you guys. This I did not get in PR. I just went ahead and purchased this at Ulta myself. So what I found really cool actually while shopping for this shade, which I believe it's like that online, I can check. It has a little bullet points where the name is, and it corresponds with a like color, so I guess it's like a little chart. It breaks down each shade for you, so whether it's a cool undertone, neutral undertone, or yellow undertone, and it kind of shows you every single shade out of the range, what undertone it has. It does say online like beige with a medium beige with yellow undertone. So it'll let you know what the undertone is, which I think is great. And I like that there's like a little chart on there. So if you are a beginner or you just are completely not knowing what your undertone would be, it kind of breaks it down for you, and it makes it a little bit easier while shopping. And I did find that really helpful, but I did come to like a little struggle when I was finding my shade. Now they do offer testers now in some parts of the drugstore, which I think is amazing. So NYX does have testers out. So I did try to see which color would match me the best. I don't know if that's like cheating in this whole video, but I did want to see what would be the best and whatnot. And it was a little hard for me to find my shade because I just felt like the undertones weren't matching up with me. Starting off with the packaging itself, super sleek looking. I love it for drugstore. I think it's very like expensive looking, a little bit more luxe-like, and I just love like how easy it is with the pump and everything like that. So that's great right off the bat. I'm gonna go ahead and prime up my skin first, like I always do. I'm just gonna go in with my Makeup Forever primer. So the price point of this foundation is, I believe, 14 bucks, and I feel like that's like a little bit pricey for a drugstore foundation. Pump a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm gonna use, oh, that's what she looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side of my face with this brush. This is from Moda brushes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of blend in the edges with the Beauty Blender, and then I'll probably use the Beauty Blender on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it there. It does look a little bit light. Yeah, actually the pump that I put first on my hand looks a little bit darker than the first pump. So that's actually something, and it is actually oxidizing. It looks a little bit darker now on my skin. So I'm not gonna hold up too much. I'm gonna really just go ahead and start blending this in. It covers a decent amount actually. And the color I don't think is that bad. Like I said, looks like it changed a tiny drop. But that might be good for me because as we wear it throughout the day, or like in like 5 minutes from now, it might actually look better with the concealer and everything. So I like when foundations kind of do that. It's just a little tricky when you're actually trying to find your match. You don't know how it's gonna like wear on your skin. That's actually a pretty good match actually. I like it. You get a really good, decent amount of coverage with the brush, I must say. I think that that looks really, really nice. It doesn't look like we're wearing a mask. Like I think it matches up with my neck really well, even though I'm blending it with it. Like I think it matches my skin, so I like that. I do like when it still looks like skin, so that is always a plus. Now it's funny because it does feel a little bit doesn't feel super dewy, so it feels a tiny bit matte, but it doesn't feel matte, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing something that's sucking the life out of my skin, so that's always something I look for, because if it feels like it's so uncomfortable to wear, I'm not going to be wearing it the entire day. Like, it won't happen. It'll just feel really irritating. So I believe this one has a neutral undertone, but I feel like it's picking up more of like a yellowy orange undertone. Like, that's what it's kind of turning to, so you just want to be careful of that. Use the sponge on this side and just kind of dot it everywhere. So I'm just gonna go back over those spots with like the butt of the Beauty Blender, like right here. Looks really nice to me. I don't really see anything wrong with it. It does look a little bit dry actually around my nose, but that's where I get the driest. I'm gonna go in with my concealer quickly and just put a little bit underneath my eyes. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape as per usual. I think this looks really, really good on my skin. Like, for $14, I feel like it feels a little bit more expensive like. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the under eyes quickly. I'm just gonna go in with the Milk Blur and Set powder. Whoa. Like, some products just don't play nicely together and they won't like look good together. That's just how it is. Just some products don't work with each other, and that's totally fine, but you just have to find like if that's the product for you, you know? So that looks really good. So this is the foundation with powder on, my concealer on. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera right now, just quickly do some bronzer, some lashes, and a lip color quickly, and then come back and share with you guys my final thoughts. Oh, and highlighter, can't forget that. But I will share with you guys my final thoughts on the foundation. So what I'm pretty shocked at is that this foundation pretty much matches me with no other product. Like, I'm not mixing another foundation with it to get the shade straight from the bottle, which is incredible to me, because if you've been watching me, I do like to mix my shades, and that's just personal preference. I like to do it because I like to get that customized shade to match perfectly and whatnot. But there might be two, but there's one other foundation out there by NARS that literally matches me perfect without mixing. So guys, I don't have to mix with this, which is crazy. Again, the shade is medium buff. Alright guys, so now I'm back with the rest of my makeup all completed, and you guys, like, I'm living for this foundation right now. Like, I'm sorry, hold up. I'm obsessed with this right now. I love the way that it made my skin look. It looks really healthy, but also like smooth canvas, like almost flawless. Like, I don't like using that word flawless like at all, but I just think that it looks really nice on my skin. I do like the side that I use the brush on though. I feel like I got a little bit more coverage using a brush. I do think that the price point of it being around 14, 15 bucks for the drugstore is a tiny bit high, but I do like the way that it looks on my skin, so I personally don't mind it. That is all that I have to say about this foundation as of right now. So I will check back in later on today to share with you guys what my skin is looking like and how I actually wound up liking it throughout the entire day. Hey guys, so it is a few hours later and look at my skin. Like, I personally love this foundation. I think it looks really, really good. I don't know, like, I'm really pleased with the way that it looks. It did get a little bit dry, like a little bit more around my nose. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does look a little bit more dry there. But again, this isn't more of a matte foundation, so I was getting a little bit dry regardless in that spot for the past couple of days, so I felt like that was gonna happen regardless, but it did get a little bit drying over there. But honestly, everywhere else looks really good. Like, I don't wanna say shocked because I do have faith in this product, but I'm like kind of shocked because it looks great. Like, it makes my skin look great. And of course I had like 2 breakouts happening and it still looks good. It is transfer proof, but when you do touch it, you kind of get a little bit, you know, coming off on your finger, but I feel like that's like inevitable with any foundation. It's making my skin look like even better, which is what it should be doing, but it makes my skin look really good. There's no patches, there's no cleanness, there's no dry patches except right over there, but that's something I could live with, and I already had that really there, so it's not like it made me even drier, if that makes sense. So that is my final thoughts on the foundation. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna continue to use it, so check the bottom bar down below to see if any of my thoughts have changed. And I didn't get really oily, which is kind of crazy, just because sometimes I do get oily in this area, the T-zone, but I did use a new setting powder, which I'm obsessed with right now, the Milk one. So I think that in conjunction with this foundation plays really good. And that's all I have to say about the new NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. So that is all for this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.